remember.
We did. I remember. We had it hooked.
In the back, I think we just hooked it to itself on this one, or did we? Yeah, there's nothing good to hook here, unless it's that brace up here. But I don't want to. That's connected to wood only. I don't want to pull on that.
No, I think we went like that. Let's see here.
Yeah, I remember you trapped it on itself and did that. Yeah. So you went under first. Nope. We don't want to go too much because we don't have to. Yeah, we got to get it over the column. So we need to choke it up pretty good. Alright, I'm in there on that one. Let it rest.
And the next.
Good on this front hook. Good on the back hook. I don't even have much tension on it yet. There. One more up.
Oh, coming.
Ass ends loose. I think those bolts are holding this right here.
This side's bolt's gone, this side has a bolt.
Hammer and a pry bar. A little bit of pressure. Okay, is that free?
Yeah, look, it's looking like it.
Alright, same thing on the other side, maybe. I don't know. Maybe hold it into the stock. Ready?
Yeah. Alright.
Maybe a vice grip or something right here.
I don't think you can get vice grips
Yeah.
on that. It's rounded.
You want to attack it?
Yeah.
Probably the easiest way.
You know, no stepping on you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get up.
And I don't think laying under that one welding would work.
There's always one.
Oh. Yeah. That's your
Alright. Y'all can't see it, but he just welded the head. It's a carriage bolt, so it's a smooth head. So just welded it to the sub rail. And give it a minute to cool off, and then I'll hit it with the impact again. Or maybe 20 seconds.
It's all Zach's fault.
Yeah, none of us are very patient.
Guess we're taking a day off.
Yep.
Alright, body's loose.
We'll make sure we go back just a smidgen so we don't hit the fuel pump stand, and then the steering column should clear itself, but
Get the welder out of the way there.
it's still just kind of rubbing right there. So when we'll go up, we just want to push it back. Oh, we're getting the cross river still. Once it lifts off of it, it'll be business.
Alright.
Come on up, Zach.
Hold up.
Okay. Well, Way,
no further.
We'll go for it.
way heavy in the back here. All right, I'm ready.
Pull it up.
Up, up, yeah. It's sitting pretty good. I'm only putting like 30 pounds. Keep coming.
I'm trying to clear this little
Yeah, you'll be all right.
piece right here.
Oh, it's not.
Okay, we're cleared there.
Okay, that's good for what we're doing. All right, come on down, Zach. Keep coming. Just about that much. One more. All right. All right, we got some bolts, just some regular old standard 3/8 bolts. The front had a rubber biscuit in it that was beat up, so we're not even gonna worry about that. The back, we're gonna have to put the wood in because the frame rail, the sub rail has a channel in it. Hold these. Come on down. Come on. Right there. Let me get this one started. It's just twisted.
Pick up on the back.
Yeah.
I'll do ya.
Yep. Okay. I'm in. Let me get it hooked. Okay. Started.
That's why I didn't weld the front.
Yeah, we needed just a little bit more spread than it had.
Yeah.
Shit, that's messing with this. One. That one's spinning, just like the other one did. The thin rubber pad. There you go. I just couldn't get the thread started. There it goes. Ready?
Yep. Okay. We're tight here. That was screwed, got wood.
Bring it up here, Zach. Well, this ain't too bad. Looks like you got your length off about maybe 40 or 50 thousandths. So you got your wrench?
Oh shit.
I was gonna go ahead and lock these down. They're pretty much good. They're good enough to lock down flat.
40 or 50 thousandths. That's it. I'll have to get the grinder out.
We're gonna hook the straps.
Yep. Won't go nowhere. Solid as old cheese.
And it's sturdy enough to help a fat man up. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, you still gotta weld those to the. Like, why is it lifted up?
Yeah, I haven't welded that to it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna steal the camera for a minute. We're gonna look at the frame for posterity and so that people can see it.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna weld it.
All right, so the front mounts were here. This is the twin mounts where at the back of the A pillar, and it mainly holds this skirt on to the subframe.
Oh, those are those?
Here's this one. There's actually nothing that goes through this. This is a spacer block, but it's trapped right under the seat because that seat well was right here. So those will go there. This one does have a bolt through it. There's the orientation. There's a little groove there. There's some rubber pads. We're gonna have to do some research and get us some rubber pads that didn't come with the block kit. And then the block that we used on the back goes through this hole. These holes, I don't know what they're for. Probably, I think we've said it, but the same frame was used for cars, pickups, sedans, cabriolets, everything. So some of these other holes that aren't used were probably for, you know, sedan back seats, truck beds, whatever. So here's an overall view of it. The sunshine's not being our friend today. From this side, you can still see that front mount has their big rubber biscuit. Which I've got some 1/4 inch rubber that will probably do just fine for that. This is the one that had pulled through. We'll have to repair that. That's a big hole, and it's actually supposed to hold this splash pan up to the subframe. One more shot. We're on the driver's side. There's a rubber pad. There's the orientation for that and that. And these holes did not have bolts in them. Oh wait, yeah, I'm sorry. This back bolt did have a hole in it, a bolt in it. So that goes there. There's the orientation on that. You can see there's that asphalty rubbery stuff that between the side skirt and the frame. So we'll find something to replace that. There's a bolt for the skirt on the back. That'll come out. And that's about all we need to know back here. Alright, here's a long shot of the frame. No body. Ward's finishing welding the cart together because we weren't 100% sure on the split. So the body's on the cart, frame is loose. Now we can finish taking it apart, cleaning it up. All the blocks in place. They're actually in pretty good shape, but we got a whole new block kit. It wasn't expensive, may as well do it while we're doing it. Alright, that's it for now. We'll fire you back up in a little bit when we do something different.
Alright, today
As you can see, we got the body off from the frame. So what we're going to do today is we got to cut out this section of the firewall, and recess it a little more, just to make room for the V8. Now remember, this had a 4-cylinder flathead in it. Now it's going to a V8, still a flathead. So still little things in the way. So let me go get it and I'll show you. We don't need a whole lot of room, but we need some. So we're going to push this portion of the firewall back just about that much on the bottom, not much up here. So that'll go in there like that. That'll all be welded in. Then this will go back here. This will get welded to that. Then this will get welded to that. So we took all kinds of measurements. We got other things down here that we got to fix. This will all got to get cut out across here, get remade also. But for now, we're just going to cut across here, down along here, and up here, and get this piece out. So that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to have to shut you down because the sparks ruin the camera lens. So I'll get back to you when I get it cut out. Alright, told you I'd bring you back when I got it cut out. Hence the hole. So this is what's going to happen. This piece here is what I cut out. We're saving it. We're going to reuse it. This is the piece that's going to help recess everything. As you can see, we put a bead in it for strength. And it cleans it up a little. That'll go in there like, about like that. Yeah, that's pretty close. Something like that. Then this gets attached to the back of it, like that. And recesses everything back in there just a little bit. That's all we need. We don't need to push it back 6 foot. We're not putting in a big black Chevrolet. So that should do it like that. I'll get that all welded in, tacked in. So that'll cure that one. That's one more thing. And the boss, he's been working on the chassis.
So yesterday, there used to be a rod right here, which was the emergency brake cross shaft. So I got it out. That was a booger bear, but pullers and heat and everything else, it came out. And I don't know if we showed you, but we've got the exhaust marked into place. It's just held up with a few bolts. Comes down real nice. This is the passenger side. Right back here, it's a little close to the cross member right here. We may have to flex the bend right here just to get it down just a little bit. And there's the mufflers laying on that cart over there. They go under here. We'll show you more as we do final setup for them. And so then there's the back running board brace. It's fine. This is the front one. This is actually the other side, but they were both broken the same. And the rivets were loose, so it was just doing this. Wobble, wobble, wobble. So I went ahead and got the rivets all the way out, cleaned that up behind there. We'll put some weld through primer, and then we'll weld them back in place and put bolts in those holes, both sides. This one, I don't know if it'll show up on the video. Right by my thumb, there's a little crack. Yeah, I think I see it. So we'll V that out, weld it up, and dress it down before we put it back on. And so then that will be rust proofed and welded in place. There were some little brackets right here that were for the brake rod springs. So I went ahead and took them off because we don't have mechanical brakes anymore. And then the other side is pretty much the same. And now I'm working on getting the pedals finalized because one of them's going to have to move over a little bit and I've just gotten started. This is the bracket for the wishbone. It goes underneath and attaches to the back of the transmission, the bell housing area, and then that wishbone ball there with the original ball holder and rubber ball goes in there. So it mounts up under there. I know you can't see it all the way, but you get the idea. We'll show you more as we get into that, and show you the driver's side exhaust because it's kind of neat. These are Red's headers, and they make them for an AV8 swap. We don't get anything from them, but the owner already bought them, and that's where you get them, just so you'll know. So this steering column is about right there. So there's plenty of clearance here around the box. This tube is real flat up here. I don't know how good it, yeah, it's showing up pretty good. But it comes out and down, kind of like a center dump, but then the tube goes around and comes back here, and then it follows under the frame rail right there. It's sitting low right now, and everything's just hanging in place. And so that's where it goes. The radius rods from the rear end, these are the Model A radius rods. We'll be using 36 radius rods, and they only come out to about here. And so that leaves plenty of room for the muffler to sit right here where it wouldn't with these radius rods. But the owner has done all this research. We got all that figured out. So doing good. And just so you can see the engine without any firewall, the cutout that Ward just showed you is coming around here, giving us some room on the back of the fuel pump stand. And then the very back of the block here also needed a little room, and these two bolts. We should be able to clear all that. And over here on this side, this was not touching the back of the head, but it was very close. Less than a finger width. When, you know, that's kind of old hot rodders. If you can stick your finger in it, it's enough clearance. And then there's a little bit more clearance here so that you can get the oil pressure sender out. It did not touch it before, but there was no way it was coming out with the firewall as it was. And when he gets everything tacked together, we'll probably put the body back on, just set it in place, throw a couple of bolts in it, and double check all that work. Finalize the steering column at that point, and
Toe board.
And the toe board. Yeah, we got to fabricate the toe board. It's kind of hard to envision where it goes without being back on the frame. And so that's that. There's the running board bracket on the driver's side. Same situation. The rivets were just loose. There's no need to halfway do it when we're in it, so I just took them out. And that's it for the frame. The frame is in really good condition. Now that it's all not clean yet. Once everything comes apart, it'll get sandblasted, painted, and boxed. The owners bought boxing plates that already have the holes in them and everything. They're dished, hole, all hot roddy, so it'll be cool. See y'all later. I forgot to show y'all, the running board bracket I had in the hand a while ago was the driver's side. So it's in good shape, except for that tiny little crack. The passenger side, you'll see it's got a wonky donk in it of some sort that we will straighten out, but we don't know what happened to that. Somebody pulled it back up where it was flat, but it's kinked both sides, and so that's not nearly as strong. So if Jimbo got in the car on that side, that might bend again. We don't want that to happen. All right, over and out. That's an anti-rotation. It's like a lock device.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, something like that. As you see, we got the body back on the chassis, the motor's in, the transmission's in. So what we're doing, we cut the firewall out in places. We had to make room for the pump, fuel pump. So what we're going to do now is we got to replace the floor. Well, we've got to modify certain things. I had to recess this part of the firewall. So now we got to make this part here. So the first thing you want to do, never mind that, got this little gauge here. It's a metal thickness gauge. You want to find out what you're working with. So I've already gone ahead and done it. Just move it back and forth till you find the one that fits. There's 16. Don't fit 18. So you got 16 gauge metal. You're going to cut out 16 gauge metal. You want to put back in 16 gauge metal. Let's not go cheap here. So that's what Henry used, and that's what we're going to use. So I'll take the inside here, show you what we got to do. Hang in there, it's going to get shaky. So, this is what we got. They're going to have to fill that hole. That's no problem. All right, we got to bring this down to here. So, this is the piece I cut out. And as you can see, it doesn't match this here. So what I've come up with is a pattern like this here. Oops, got to get it bent right here. Tough to do one-handed. And this will fit in there like that. And that'll, hope it focuses here. And that'll be our piece for there. Then I'll make another piece over here for our pedals. Around our pedals, I should say. Let me get some light on the subject. So we can get room for the pedals. We'll make another piece there. We'll make another piece along here. And fill in all the holes as we go. So, like I said, we're using 16 gauge metal because that's what Henry used. So I'll go over, put this on a piece of 16 gauge, cut it out. Bend it, come over, fit it, grind it, fit it, grind it, fit it. Well, you get the idea. And then till it fits. So, that's what we're going to do. Hang in there, I'll show you what we do when we get it cut.